Yay Media Group.
I thought it was like really abrasive.
I love this bitch for answering as truthfully as possible because I came in guns a-blazing today. I was going to be like, I'm going to call Trinity out on this bullshit.
Good morning, afternoon, evening.
Good morning, afternoon, evening. Oh my God, we are back with another episode of Highkey. And so much is going on since we literally have seen each other last. I just need to jump right into it. Obviously, the Grammys happened. Very excited about it. Actually, the show sucked, in my opinion. It was not a good show. It was quite boring.
Oh, that makes me so hot and horny, Ryan. Wait, why did it suck for you?
I just think I found myself kind of like just scrolling. And normally when it comes to like the Grammys, I'm normally into it. Like I'm normally kind of like having actually, I know what it is. The moments that should have been televised, like Duran Bernard winning Best Progressive R&B Album, or our Best R&B Performance, Kalani, or Zara Larsson performing on the stage. She performed at the Grammy ceremony. Those moments should have actually been televised because that would have actually given me like some excitement about it, because otherwise it was sort of like a show.
It's kind of funny that you say that because those are the moments that, some of the moments that I saw getting the most buzz online after the show last night. Like, I saw so much of, like, Duran winning, and I was like, wait, where was I when this was happening?
Literally.
Was I peeing?
They take all of the sort of, like, sweet spot, like, nominations or the awards, and they give them out in the pre-show, which is like streamed on either the Grammy website or whatever. But a lot of that is like, I wish the Academy or whatever, the Grammy Academy, would just like read the room, because the people that they have on the stage, the only really good thing about last night's episode was of course, Lady Gaga ate. But like also Lauryn Hill in the in memoriam section, like that actually was my favorite part of the entire show, which is like, we're honoring dead people here.
Yeah. Okay. What's really weird about that is like the one bitch and moan I had about the Grammys is it looks like the world is ending and like we just gave up on music. I'm legitimately only talking about the live performances, and this is about to be so shady. But like when they started like the string of best new artist live performances back to back to back, I was like,
the medley.
I love this idea. And they started off with a band that actually I was considering making my high key today, like the Marias. I love them so much.
They're great.
But watching them, I was like, I don't know if I would have chosen this song to sing live if, you know, The Magic About You isn't a live singer.
See,
but
I've
then they got to the next
Coachella.
bitch. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is like, this is not to say that nobody, is a great performer. I'm saying what I saw last night made me feel like, damn, is this the first time parents bitching to their kids might be right about, back in my day, people were actually talented. Like going from the Marias into, whatever that, like RuPaul's Drag Race, like main stage final maxi song challenge music video ass bullshit. I was not sold on which one is that?
Are you talking about Addison Rae, Cat's Eye?
Addison Rae. No, that was no.
Addison
Rae.
Into
Cat's Eye, which was manufactured K-pop. They were up there doing a cheerleading routine.
Y'all sound like you're like 65, because I went back. I actually missed their performance in real time because I was like traveling to my friend's house to watch it with them. But when I went back and watched it, I was like, one, I think Cat's Eye should have performed different songs, but if you followed their career, They're actually pretty talented, and they are not just a dance group, but I think when you're on a Grammy stage, you're now reaching a huge audience who does, like, they're either going to get it or they're going to hate it. And I feel like a lot of people hated it versus liking it.
To use their
gnarly.
Like,
I'm
bitch,
obsessed.
I'm
like
so
them.
sorry. And it wasn't just them. That's what I'm saying. It's like the whole floop string of like back to back. Like, oh, this is supposed to be the best new artist. Well, clearly she sucked someone's dick. Oh, clearly he sucked someone's dick. I do not think it is acceptable that the best new artists are like some of the actual best performances I saw out of that were from men. That is not
Olivia
okay.
Dean was pretty great. Actually, she's found in the corner shaking that you just did not, recognize her.
Girl,
She looks incredible.
She looked incredible because she is incredible. She sounded incredible because she is incredible. And I'm going to say the
performance.
Girl, she makes black people music for white people.
I don't even know if she makes black people music for white people.
No, but
I think she actually, my thing is, my hot take with that I said last night is she's actually she ushered in. There's something that you could say about that song, Man I Need. She's ushering in a wave of traditionalism. Because one, why would a man be there? And then two, why are we singing in we're now speaking in good terms about men now? Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, what? She wants to be pregnant with 3 kids. Like, what? Shout out to traditionalism. I don't know.
That's exactly that shit, though, girl. Like, the black people music for white people. By that, what I mean is, if you're walking down the street and talking with your friend or whatever, and then they say some crazy ass shit like, oh, yeah, I hate Beyonce. And then you're like, well, you're racist. They'll be like, no, I'm not racist. I love black music. And then they will present something like Olivia Dean. They'll be like, yeah, I heard this song playing in the grocery store.
No, literally. No, I mean, that's what it gives. And ultimately, I think, the Grammys was a real, kind of like, it showed what we're all experiencing. Like, I think the music has been at an all-time low. I think everyone's vibes are at an all-time low. I mean, I love that everyone on the stage was speaking out about kind of everything that is obviously happening culturally and politically.
Jelly roll.
But yeah, the jelly roll. Ew, gross. I don't even want to discuss that person ever again. But yeah, it was just really, really interesting. The Grammys for me gets a D if I'm grading it. I did not like it. It was not great. Can we talk about Drag Race? Because I want to know what you thought about Breyer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's hop into something that I'm way more qualified to get online hate for.
Do you think Breyer faked her fainting?
Girl, no.
I don't either.
Have people ever fainted before? I mean, I'm not recommending you try it. But
I don't think you should either. Like the actual, the way that her face dropped, I just didn't understand why that was sort of a theme that the producers sort of wanted us to believe. Like, why would she fake that? And then also from finding out, she was sick that entire week and they just did not show us that. And so it was a little kind of messy the way that she sort of was, one of the prominent figures throughout the season, and they kind of let her flop like that towards the end. That was crazy to me.
They used to do this a lot more with earlier seasons. So I feel like they just kind of had to, because you said it. She was a prominent figure on the season. There were so many children's online being like, ooh, the way this bitch is going to make it to the end. And the way I could have seen that, but it just clearly wasn't her week. And when the universe gives you a fainting drag queen and a bunch of other drag queens being like, that bitch is a fake lying stern piece of shit.
I kind of gagged. Do you have after this week's, talent show, after, obviously the first week of talent shows, do you have any front runners for you?
It's kind of funny because I just out of habit was about to say everyone black, happy Black History Month.
Well, yes, happy Black History Month. We should have led with that.
Yeah, girl, we should have led with that. But the thing is, it's not appropriate to say that right now because Vita sucked some
Yeah.
asked her in that
And it
talent
was
show.
awful. I could not believe it. I was like, honestly, when she did the Meet the Queens, I kind of was like, she's going to go home first. Like, that was no shade. But then, of course, we see her talent and we see what she brings to the table. But like, that performance made me be like, oh, is this all you have left? Like, this isn't good. Even the acting stuff that she's done, I'm like, it's not great.
That being said, clearly this bitch can do some drag
For sure.
Like, when it's not the talent show, I want to hear her story about like what she was planning with that girl, because it cannot be like, yeah, I was gonna come onto the stage with some sneakers and some weights that have little cookies on the end, and then do my morning aerobics routine, because we don't get to do that on the bus all the way to set. She was like, yeah, I just missed it this morning. This actually isn't even my talent show. I'm warming up. She's going to go again next week.
The worst fucking talent show. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea, but honestly, I'm enjoying the season so far, though.
I'm enjoying the season. I just like, I wish we could be like skipping into the future on another episode, because the talent show is always something I don't give a single shit about watching anymore.
It's really only there for the Raider Queen.
Okay, the Raider Queen is what is cunt about it, which is why these bitches better do something cunt, because otherwise we know that the talent show. Okay, hot take, love Juicy, hot take, love Mia. That was some boring ass shit. That was.
You didn't like the lip sync?
I didn't really. Okay. I didn't really care for either of their performances that got them there. Juicy deserves to be there 100,000% because of who she is as a person.
Mia's wig was awful. The one that she took when she revealed, that wig was awful.
I loved it.
Of course you did. Of course you did. That wig was awful. It actually distracted me from like being able to like watch her do her thing, because she was eating, but that wig was bad.
Yeah, the wig was gnarly, but listen, girl, some of us, I liked it because it was like a metaphor for like her having a Britney moment or something. Like, ooh, look at me with my long cunty rainbow hair. Just kidding. I lost it all and I'm crazy. Yikes. My tits are popping out of my shirt.
Well, what would you rate this queen that's going to be on the show today? Because she's pretty iconic in my book. I'm sort of obsessed with her. She's, a drag icon, if that's what you would call it. She's also All-Stars 4 winner, a fierce performer. Honestly, just an all-around powerhouse in the drag world. Tell them who's on the show.
And a goddamn sweetheart. Y'all, we are ringing Black History Month in right with Trinity the Tuck.
Speaking of white people, our guest today has done it all. I mean, pageants, podcasts, movies, music, and honestly, somehow just keeps raising the bar. Your All-Star 7 sister. Honestly, please welcome to Highkey, Trinity The Tuck.
Hi.
Hello, darling.
You look fabulous.
You did not want to say fabulous. You were going to say insane.
They mean the same thing. Okay. If Yvie doesn't look insane, she's not looking fabulous.
That is true.
Okay?
That is very true.
I can't imagine her being the one time on All-Star 7 she tried to do glamorous. The judges hated
it down, but that's also because it was supposed to be a Vanna White challenge, and I was like, I'm sick of these white bitches.
We all were sick of it. We all were riding.
I still don't understand why they had that challenge. It's
because coin, and that's the thing is you can't argue with like the coin gods who make it rain down from further and are like, Drag Race is now gonna fuck Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
But what you can do is not give bitches a Vanna White ass category. They were like, so the category for literally the first winners ever to compete together as winners is going to be prom dress. Prom dress and flat hair. Go, girls.
Yeah, no, seriously. She was one of the white girls, and then we had to do Dolly.
Which is like, if you're gonna do someone, bitch, like go Dolly drag.
Dolly, and like the Dolly one was actually really good.
Yeah, but it's like two white girls. I think that's my only thing with the choices that they've made over the years with the 1,000 Nights of so-and-so.
For sure.
It's almost always been a white girl.
For sure. I mean, but J-Lo had one. Have they done Beyonce yet?
No.
Did they do Grace Jones, or am I just like making up a Grace?
I don't think they're kind enough to do Grace yet.
Some girls have done Grace Jones inspired looks, but I don't know that they've done a Grace Jones.
Honestly,
if they haven't, girl, that is the one.
That would be
her looks.
Can you actually now solve? This is something I think since the beginning of this podcast in like All Star 7, there was always Monet like slept with someone on that cast. Do you know who it is? Because
I don't think she really did.
We all know.
Who?
I need to know. Can we please talk about this?
She slept with RuPaul, bitch.
Well,
please.
Hey.
RuPaul likes white twinks. So Trinity, did you?
Hey, bro, I'm in my dad bod era, okay?
Please, daddy wear.
And when I say dad, I mean dad. Dad bod.
No, but how are you feeling right now? Like, how's everything been? I mean, you have a lot on your plate, music, podcast, all the projects. How's life happening?
I'm numb.
Yeah.
I've been
so
numb.
real.
No, since I've moved to LA, it has been like nonstop.
Yeah.
Like if you put yourself in a big city, you will, if you're motivated, you will always find something to do.
Yeah.
And it's been insane. And that's a good thing and also not a good thing.
Do you like LA? Because a lot of people that first come out here, they hate it. Do you hate it?
I hate LA. I'm sorry, LA.
I knew you hated LA.
I stand with you in all of the trials and tribulations. I pretty promise I'm like your desert city sister, but I hate you.
Even though you lived for coming out here and it was like sort of like a fake fall and you got to be in your little hoochie daddy shorts. Like you loved that.
You like to visit. You just don't like to stay.
No, I don't even like to visit. Oh my God.
One time we get together and she's like, I hate it.
No, I love you. I love you. I love so many people here. I love some of the culture, some of the bars. I just like, she's not my vibe of a city. The fact that I literally just like look like one step lower as a human by being a walking ass person. Like, bitch, I walk, okay? I can't do a drive of shame. That means I have to get a whole license again.
Oh,
No,
that's why you
real.
don't like it.
That's so
Yeah,
real.
okay.
I'm such a walking city bitch. But like, what's
That's so
your
real.
biggest thing that you've felt is really positive for you about moving to LA?
I think the biggest thing I was telling y'all earlier, I think just being out of a red state.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like LA is a bubble. It's kind of like New York, Chicago,
For sure.
maybe Denver. I don't know. But it's a way different vibe than when I lived in Orlando. I did not want to be in a red state
I mean,
anymore.
just don't go to Orange County, girl.
I would rather pay more in rent, pay more in taxes, and feel safer than before.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, that's where it's kind of fucked and wonky and difficult. Is like, I feel you. I don't want to live somewhere where I feel like I have to be on pins and needles. But I do see like stepping back, a bigger, wider issue with everything is like everybody feels that way. Like I know my racist ass uncle or whatever was probably feeling that way, having to be around all these they thems, you know?
Well,
if you are a homophobe or a racist, LA is not your place.
No.
It's just simply not. And it's one of those things where it's like, it took me a minute. I think when I first moved here, I realized how isolating LA can be in that experience. But once I found community and once I found like the right people, I don't see myself living anywhere else. And I think oftentimes LA gets a really bad rap and only people talk about like how superficial and all the kind of things about it. But like, bitch, I don't deal with that. And when I got my people, and we don't fuck around with that.
Yeah, I think it goes deeper though, because like, okay, I was just like, get into your airport. This is the only place where you could be walking through an airport and everybody has nice skin.
Well, yes.
They're like, there's this like 80-year-old grandma and she's still got her pussy all tight in your face. And you're like, how the fuck dare everybody here just like be looking like they're ready for that next movie role?
Oh no, I've seen a lot of ugly people. I've seen a lot of ugly people
Girl,
here.
I live on the east side and downtown is right next door. They're all there.
Oh yeah,
they
girl.
Are all
They are here. They are here. They're just not flying. Okay? They're not at the airport.
They're just not at LAX.
Not in this economy.
They might be flying out of Burbank.
Girl, they taking the bus, bitch. They ain't even flying out of Burbank. To fly out of Burbank
It is more expensive. It is. It's true. But I don't know. Burbank just gives me like old golf course. Like,
yeah, it
like
does.
country club.
Not even golf course. It gives me like old country clubs, like golf course.
Yeah. See, I even feel uncomfortable flying out of Burbank. That is where the old rich white people fly out of.
For sure.
It's Burbank.
For sure.
Okay, but that's weird because like Burbank is my first tied memory to like drag race travel because they flew me into Burbank.
Oh, really?
So I was like, oh, LA's so nice. Look, they have their little back carousels
and the mountains
outside.
are right there.
Yeah, like it was so scenic. And then they blindfolded me, threw me in a van, kicked my shit a little bit.
Well, can y'all actually like reflect on like what did All-Star 7 actually like teach you about yourself? I would love to hear kind of your perspectives on that now when y'all think about All-Star 7.
Ooh, I'm curious to hear yours, Trent, because like everybody with an internet knows at least a little of how I felt about it, but I'm curious about like.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Are
you saying that because you want to check again?
It wasn't. No. I would totally do it again.
Okay, work.
I think though, like we definitely had our qualms with production. We all did. Like we all had. We filmed a reunion without them that is never going to be released.
Which is crazy to me that they kind of like sent that cease and desist and was like, absolutely not.
I still think a bad bitch would have did it. I think a bad bitch would have Jussie Smollett it and had a friend drop that.
Can I ask, was that reunion actually like good? Like,
it was
we
good.
have gotten our lives from
good.
it.
I mean, girl, even Jinx was agreeing with everything that we were all saying.
That's what I think the most like important thing that got missed out of this is that we all get painted like these like bitchy, unhappy, ungrateful, like, oh, well, they just didn't know what it was like to be a loser until now. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Trinity went on Drag Race like 4 times.
Yeah. And I would do it again. I think I look at it different now. What I learned about myself on All-Star 7 is to not take the competition so seriously because I had, when I stopped doing that, I had such a great time with everybody.
Yeah.
And like we all, and I think what helped with that is immediately we knew that Jinx was going to win.
Yeah.
Like immediately.
Yeah.
So then it was like, girl, then I'm just going to have fun.
What's the point of
and so then we just all just had fun together.
Yeah.
And that was the best experience for me is just, it was almost like a sorority of girls just going through this together, and we all just really had a great time.
Does that take some of the like fun out of it though, when you know that a season is basically dedicated to this queen that is going to basically win?
For me, no. I think again, I'm a very self-aware, very realistic kind of person.
Yeah.
And with a TV show, I feel like Drag Race has done so much for the culture and all of that. Yes, but it's still a TV show more than a competition.
Right.
And if you can just,
they got a story that they need to tell.
Yeah. If you can like understand that and move past that and just have a good time and show your best, I mean, you're going to have a better experience.
Girl, you say that, bitch.
You didn't feel that way.
I said you're going to have a better experience. No, I didn't say you're going to have the best experience. I'm saying you're going to have a better experience.
That's also why I just don't fully agree, because the one thing I did get out of this season was like a dope-ass relationship with the people I was competing with. Like you said, when we knew that Jinx was going to win from the second she walked in, it was really nice.
How do you know that?
You just feel it. You like the way that, at least on my perspective, the way that she was treated versus like other people.
Well, yeah, it's like I don't even want to say it's the way that she was treated, because that like leaves space for this whole like, oh, they're sad they weren't mommy's favorite, but there is something about being in the room and watching somebody make, specifically RuPaul, like fuck all the other judges, fuck the camera people and the lights and all this and that. When you're there because this one person carved out a whole lane for all of us, there's something about being able to see somebody like make them light up. And what's a trip for me is that wasn't my first time experiencing it. Like that was Ru with Silky on my original season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Silky was our Jinx, where she would have won if she didn't do herself dirty.
Yeah. I also want to say, I want to preface this too, that I think Jinx would have won regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's that talented, and that was not taking away from her. I just feel like I don't think they needed to go to the pushing of her in certain aspects. But again, it's a TV show. And I had a blast. I'm glad I had those memories with the girls that were there, and especially the Viv, since we were not going to have any more of those moments with her. We had those moments, and I really loved every girl there. Like I couldn't have. And girl, I'm not one to hold my tongue. So if I have like a qualm to say something about somebody, I would say it. I had a great time with everybody. There was nobody that I would have been like, oh, I don't want to work with them.
And honestly, like the biggest thing that I learned about myself is that not everything I do is for everyone in the world. I don't fit in every place, but the one place where I really always will have a space is like in the dressing rooms with my girls. Like maybe I'm not supposed to be winning competitions. Maybe I'm not even supposed to be competing, but I am supposed to be backstage, like, laughing about ketamine with the Viv.
Yes. Today I actually saw a video online of you all walking from like a set to set, and like Monet not wanting to walk. She's like, we walking in full drag. Yeah. And it just, the camaraderie of all of you, it just felt like that season was just really special. Yeah. I do need to know though, did the Raja and Michelle moment actually happen? Was it as like fierce as everyone was like talking about?
I was shocked. I was like,
I feel like you were leading and talking about how big that was.
Now Raja will downplay it. I was shocked at how vocal Raja was in that moment to Michelle. Now, maybe it just seemed more hyped up to me, but I thought it was like really abrasive.
I love this bitch for answering as truthfully as possible, because I came in guns a-blazing today. I was going to be like, I'm going to call Trinity out on this bullshit.
No.
I'm going to, the way she made the whole internet fluster, I will say, it was fucking iconic.
Yeah.
It was fucking iconic to hear anybody be like, okay, excuse me, Nana, I painted you for a book or whatever. But I will say the way I remember it is she got that like quipping on the stage. And then where it really went off was Untucked, because Mama had already had her glasses.
Girl, and Raja.
She was serving.
Raja, okay, every day. In our hotel, they should never have the girls at that hotel again. Girl, let me tell you why. Because they would allow you as a guest to buy bottles of alcohol, and Raja would buy a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc every day and smuggle it in her big ass huge tote and drink through the day, girl. Every day, girl. So buy Untucked, girl. She is ready.
She was already transcended every week. Like win, lose, or draw. I also think that's why she never knew like half of the lip syncs when she won. She was like, oh.
Yes.
Fuck.
Where am I? And I lived.
That's crazy. I mean, because I just always wonder, like Michelle she always gives those facial expressions when a queen kind of either snaps back. But does that actually, because y'all were on an all-winter season, there really weren't any like real critiques?
Oh no, there hella were.
There was. Oh yeah, girl. But
they took them all out basically.
They took all of them out. Yeah, I was. But what ended up happening? I think it was like the first episode through like the third or fourth. Mm-hmm. They were going in.
They were making bitches cry like left and right, which is why I got so vocal about it, because it was like, I'll never forget the Viv I had, or the bond I had with the Viv came from the fact that the first week they were like, we hate your British ass shit, bitch. We hate your fashion, bitch. What the fuck are you doing here, bitch? And she was like, I thought they would like Jurassic Park.
Which also, how can you have a season full of all winners that you crowned because of the thing that works for them?
That's the thing. And so when there was a point where I think we all were vocal and we're like, they can't talk to us like that.
Yeah.
Like what is going? Because it felt in the moment harsher than at least my other 2 seasons.
It felt like, well, not even, for me, it didn't even feel harsher, girl. It just felt like the kind of critiques you would be giving to a girl going on the first season. And when we went, I don't know about you, but like when I got that phone call, they were like, hey, Diva, think about this as like a victory lap. All fun, all chill, all la la la. So like I was microdosing my mushrooms. Chilling every day. And then when I got there and then they were like, hey, girl, we're really disappointed in you. It doesn't look like you've grown as an artist at all.
I remember that. I remember that.
What?
Yeah, I remember that on the
it was like
the stage.
episode 2.
Yeah. And I remember, and we were all puzzled because I felt like out of everybody there, Yvie was the most in her element of knowing her drag.
Well, you could tell because it was that pleather category, and I was ugly as fuck next to a bunch of stars.
No, you were not ugly. Actually, you were not ugly at all. We all were like blown away.
Ugly bitch.
We were all blown away by Yvie's makeup. Every week it was just amazing. But yeah, I think that eventually they caught on that we were not having it either, and they stopped giving bad critiques.
My favorite thing was they had Ru, like when Ru came in the next day after we had like a big talk about it with all of the producers and stuff. Ru came into the workroom the next day and was like, blah, blah, blah. Yes, here's your challenge. Here's what's going to be happening this week. And don't worry, I'm not going to be saying anything to hurt your feelings. We're all winners. I was like, oh, bitch, you're so shady. You asshole, so.
Highkey.
Well, and I also think like one thing that I love about, I guess, the Drag Race formula is there's always like characters, right? Like if you're the Southern Queen, you've come from a long kind of like history of Southern Queens, right? Like you come from the Alyssa Edwards, who was like the known one. But I guess, do those characters actually like help you all like, and does it actually translate? Does it feel honest when the audience starts to pick up on those characters that the show is essentially like putting on you in a lot of ways?
I will say this in my experience, because I think it depends on the girl. Yeah. It really depends on the girl. In my experience, what I quickly picked up on during season 9 was, okay, this is how they're painting me. So I need to feed into that. And when I fed into that, I was successful.
Did that feel authentic to you though?
I think that...
Girl, look at her face. She doesn't know what the fuck authentic is anymore.
But like,
she just got really interesting.
I'm trying to decide how to... I think that what I deciphered from my first season, I quickly learned that it's a TV show.
Yeah.
And that we are all playing a character. A hyper characterization of ourselves. So is it authentic to me? Kind of.
Okay.
But it was more of, okay, this is what they see, and that's what they want me to play, and that's what I'm going to give them.
I'm kind of curious then. What do you feel like the most authentic thing that got like gripped from the show or got like stuck to the show? Like, what do you think the most authentic aspect about Trinity the Tuck still made it through?
I don't know that. I think All-Star 7 showed more of my authenticity than the first 2 seasons, because as you know, like I helped everybody with anything anybody needed.
Yeah.
Well,
every fucking challenge.
Season 9, they didn't show any of that.
Oh,
they
wanted, and you were doing that in season 9.
Yeah. But that's just me, because not only me, but like I feel like everybody was helping each other.
Yeah.
And so I don't view competition as, I've got to beat her because in a way, like I'm not going to help her. I'm going to sabotage her.
Yeah.
I don't view competition that way. I view competition like I want us to be on the same playing field, and then whoever is better in that moment wins.
I was so upset after working with you. I just want you to know, like going through the whole season, because I went into this like season, even though I did not at all believe I was going to win. But I went into this whole season like, I'm going to be the shady mean bitch. Like that's the character I found on season 11 myself to be. And then I got there and I was like reading all y'all down in the confessionals. I was like, I'm not living for Trinity's drag at all. I hate this bitch. and then this is like the one girl who is there every single challenge, like helping everybody out. Like she's meanwhile like sewing some gigantic fucking gown that's gonna take over RuPaul's whole stage. And she's still like, oh, hey, do you need help? I can rhinestone this for you a little bit. I'm like, hate this bitch even more now.
No, I think we all did though. I think we all. That's one. At least that's what my biggest takeaway is. Even though it was the most stressful with like immediately knowing, like season 9 and All Stars 4 did not feel the same as All Star 7 as far as like knowing somebody was going to win, because I didn't know who was going to win season 9, and I didn't know who was going to win All Stars 4. Yeah. At least I didn't feel that. Yeah. And then going into All Stars 7, it felt more like, okay, we're here as backup characters.
I mean, All Stars 4, I mean, no wonder y'all didn't know, because I don't think anyone knew. I feel like I genuinely feel like that was such a last minute edit that they did that. Like, not saying that y'all don't deserve the crown, because I think it's one really interesting. Y'all still remain, I believe, the only queens to like have that.
The only tie.
Yeah. And so but it did feel, I remember in the moment being like, now, why does this feel so like last minute, like they just decided, we
didn't do a double crowning. Yeah, no. All Stars 4 was one that like I knew me and Monet were top 2.
Yeah.
But in the moment until they revealed it, I didn't know if she was going to win or I was going to win.
And it was those two options. It was like, okay, is it going to be me or Monet? Yeah. And then they're like, bitches, we got you.
Yeah. And we were both really shocked. Monet is better at hiding it in the moment. But we actually talked like after they did the filming of us.
Yeah.
We were swept away to the Casey Musgraves concert.
I remember that. That. Like, I was like, why are they there?
While we were
announcing it, spoiling it for every day in the audience.
And we were waiting backstage, and we pulled each other to the side and we were like, girl, we wish they would have just chose one of us. But that was just in the moment. Yeah. But after that, we loved it. Yeah. Like because we didn't really cross paths at all that year. Yeah. I didn't really get to know Monet until towards the end of our reign.
Wow. Yeah. So that it kind of actually, it's a blessing in disguise in some ways.
Oh, completely. Yeah. And like Monet, because her season was after my season. I didn't get a full, even through our filming. I was not close. The girls that I was close to on All Stars 4 were Manila, and I thought Valentina, so she was like, oh, I'm going to vote you off. And then even though I did vote Latrice off, those were the 3 that I was closest to on All Stars 4. And then, so I didn't really get to know Monet until like the end of our reign. But then, like, I love Monet.
Yeah, you got like a built-in sister. It's like being born with a twin, where you're like, oh, I was born a little bit weaker because we were sharing those nutrients.
Yeah,
but now we've got psychic powers.
Yeah,
or whatever. Wow. I'm curious. Speaking of family, what's it like seeing other iterations of like your name on the show? Seeing like Sam Starr's your baby, right?
You birthed her like out of your hips, like for sure. Like that's like a carbon. Like it feels like
disappointed in her. I'm like, oh my God, you didn't win. No, she's great. I think Sam. The problem with Sam for her season, she didn't let herself go enough. She
did at some moments.
Even more than me though. Yeah. She's a perfectionist.
You can see it.
Yeah.
And she really stuck to this like perfectionist thing. And I think that was her downfall, because she's very talented. Yeah. I hope if she ever gets on All Stars that she really lets go, because like unlike Jules, who is that pretty girl, but like really let go in those fun challenges. Yeah. And that's why she excelled so well in those.
Well, there's that. And then it's also like, in the confessionals, I'm curious, do you think Sam has it hard because her drag is so hardcore MAGA coded?
Literally, it's so Americana. Like, girl,
it is really funny. Like, she comes from, obviously, we come from the same city, like right outside of Birmingham. She's very like country Barbie.
Yeah.
And what you would think that she is like conservative, but she's not. Neither is her family.
I think her drag character should be, though.
Oh, girl. completely.
I don't know if we could talk about this. I don't know if like drag race fandoms would get the joke. It seems like oftentimes.
Oh, girl, you can't joke with this fan base. What are you talking about? You can't joke with this fan base.
The bit would be great, but like also people would be like, it's the wrong timing, which maybe in some ways it might be, but who knows?
No.
Oh, girl, you cannot joke even about MAGA. I made a joke on another podcast recently about if Trump paid me $1 billion, I would, I would totally
take that check,
take that check, and be MAGA. And I was totally joking, but girl, like really, $1 billion?
Okay, but in the fans' defense, you're like only a half a step less MAGA coded than
no change, because that country accent, child, it's one step from calling me a slur.
Okay, I don't think people give Southerners enough credit because they're just because you're in the South doesn't mean that you are.
That's actually something I want to.
I grew up in the South, right? Like I grew up in a suburb, like my town, Laverne, Tennessee, and it is very that. But also, I can understand what you mean by like it's not always that, but like. I experienced it a lot of ways. Like people were wearing the Confederate flag for fun.
Oh, I mean,
like that's a culture
there's
there.
Definitely, but there's people like that in California.
True, but I'm just not there. I'm just, you know.
And like, for instance, where I started drag in Birmingham, Jefferson County, which is Birmingham, is a blue county. And it's a blue city. And it's predominantly people of color. It's also the richest county because it has like University of Alabama, Birmingham, UAB, which is a huge medical school, one of the top in the country. And that's where I, like from 18 until 27 when I moved, that's where I was. Yeah. I was in the middle of all that culture, which you don't think of Alabama as culture, but that city is.
But we exist everywhere. That's actually kind of one of my biggest gripes when I like hear people being snobby about the South as a blanket statement, especially like the more north you come from. Like, bitch, if you're from New England, you're not allowed to talk about shit lower than
know that's right. Don't you dare be from Boston and talk about what y'all got, lobster?
Yeah, and then you look, Bob, the drag queen, is from the South.
Yeah.
And then you have like somebody like Nicole Paige Brooks who to me gives off just as much what you would say as MAGA as Sam. But nobody says anything about her because she doesn't wear blonde hair.
Well, also because she's crunchy and wears afros instead. And that is why Nicole Paige Brooks is my real sister.
Well, how do you, especially because it seems like you're very hands-on with like your drag family. How have you taken on being a drag mother?
I feel like being a mentor for someone is different. I have like 100 drag kids.
I know, like damn.
I have a lot.
How do you why? You say yes to everybody.
Well, I feel like because the people that have been mentors in my life gave me a chance.
Yeah.
And I feel like if there's somebody that I see potential in that I know needs a little bit of guidance and help, I want to fill that void if I can. I feel like my role in each of my drag kids' like journeys have been different for each of them because some of them need more hands-on and some of them need way less.
Yeah.
And like, for instance, my newest daughter, Allura, she's from Chicago. She's like a fairly new pageant queen. She's been doing drag for a couple of years. She has been way more hands-on for me than say Sam is, which is one of my other newer daughters. Sam is kind of already like figured out and she's doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And she don't listen anyway. And then like Jules, although she's not my direct drag daughter, she lived in Florida. So I was helping her a lot right before Drag Race and then through Drag Race. Now she doesn't ask for anything.
How do you become one of your kids?
It just depends. Like Allura, I recruited Allura. I courted Allura. Like I saw her at Chicago Entertainer of the Year, which is a preliminary to a national pageant 2 years ago. And when I saw her, I was like, oh God, I need to help her. Because I saw the potential, but she was like slightly rough around the edges for a pageant
she was
queen.
crunchy.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't crunchy.
Yeah.
There was just like certain elements that if she wanted to win these pageants, she needed to.
Love that.
And I was like, I want to help her. But girl, she was like not having it. She's like, oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. And then the next year, she didn't win. She got first runner up at that prelim, and which she did great. That was great. Then the next year, she did the pageant again and won the preliminary.
Word.
And then I don't know how, in between that previous preliminary and this one, I just claimed her online on social media.
You were like, that's my baby.
Yeah, and then it just, I guess, then she just accepted it. She's like, and so now she's my daughter. But girl, like I've helped her a lot getting ready for this pageant. And I included her with this house tour that we just did. Even though she's not been on Drag Race, I'm trying to help these local girls get to the next level.
Yeah.
And so it just depends on what each of them need from me and what I'm able to give them.
Yeah.
I think that's really beautiful because number one, it's amazing that a body that's had this much work done can still have kids.
Girl, do you see my hip?
Vagina rejuvenation,
Girl,
bitch.
hello.
No, but I also do think it's beautiful because we were just talking to Shay a couple weeks ago, and she was speaking a lot about like how there's so much like you want to be giving to people, but she said something that like really stuck with me, which is that like, when she sought out her kids, she kind of imagined they'd be more hands-on with like, how can I be here? Like, what can I do?
Yeah.
In the old ways. How do you balance that with like having these daughters literally everywhere?
I think that a lot of my older daughters, they're just so established. They don't need me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're already they don't need guidance. If it's something, it might be a question of like, hey, how do I handle this business situation,
Right.
or do you have advice on this? But literally my earlier daughter, girl, they're already established. They don't need anything from me.
Yeah.
It's mainly just checking in. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
And like Chantel, for example, girl, she's better at drag than me. She does not need
She
me.
do give, no shade. She gives.
She does not need me at all.
Yeah.
And then, it's the younger girls. And I don't think drag parents should be like babying their drag kids their entire career. It's just the beginning. And then you like set them free and they're doing their own thing.
There are
And then they drop your name.
and it gets you into the door, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully that's what being a drag parent is to like help them get to the next step to where they can do it on their own.
Some of these babies though do need some media training, and I feel like I wonder, do you give that advice? Like, because when you come fresh off a Drag Race, from what I've learned from like being able to like hang out with you all, it's like nobody knows what the fuck they're doing right after this. Like you're getting launched into this machine that is just like, all right, bitch, let me buckle up and try to make as much coin as I can. But like you don't there's no refinement to how you're actually carrying yourself and talking about your experiences and what's happening. So like, is that advice that you give? Are we missing that out of these like newer baby queens that are coming out of the Drag Race world?
I think it just depends on the person. Like Sam is so, and this is maybe a defect of her is that she is so poised. She doesn't have like, girl, you would never see her misspeak online.
I mean, she's a pageant girl, so I guess that kind of makes a lot of sense.
I mean, girl, look at me. I'm a pageant girl. I misspeak all the time.
There's still some messy boots in that world.
Jules is another one. She's very good with online presence. But then Chantel, for example, she's never been on Drag Race. Even if she got on Drag Race, she is more like me, where we are kind of emotional and we just say what's on our mind.
Yeah.
And that, like, I see her all the time reading people like vague booking. I'm like, girl, take that down. Girl, take that down. Girl, she just posted something else the other day. I'm like, girl, I've given this advice to her 15 million times. I'm not telling her. If she gets in trouble, she just gets in trouble.
Is there anything that you regret saying or doing?
Of course, all the time.
Yeah, like,
all the time.
What are the? Do you know? Like, what is there anything that comes to your mind when you think about it?
My number one thing I think was during season 9. I misspoke about something to do with Peppermint and her being like the first out trans person on Drag Race. And I had said something and I know I did not word it well. I had said something about, well, this is the show that RuPaul has built, basically it being a transformation of man to woman. And I wasn't meaning it as that's my views. Yeah. I was saying it as that is what the formulation is for RuPaul.
Yeah.
And it came across as me saying,
fuck trans people.
Yeah, it came across as Peppermint shouldn't have been there, which is not what I meant.
Yeah.
And I've had like multiple conversations with Peppermint about this, and me and her have a great relationship.
Of course.
And I've of course apologized to her. I've apologized to her on my podcast. I've apologized to her in person. And that's no
Ru
tea.
has stepped in it as well when it came to like, especially like in those earlier moments. Like Ru didn't want trans folks on the show. Really, I didn't.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is that was like her initial. Yeah. Her initial formulation was man to woman. That's why it said, gentlemen, start your engines. May the best woman win. Yeah. He wanted that transformation.
That's why my favorite like RuPaul post ever was like RuPaul posting the trains pride flag.
Oh,
like that is
girl.
Yeah, she said,
y'all
I still don't support those trans.
Y'all's mother is so problematic.
I love her. Okay, that's the thing is people hear all of the bitching I've ever done and they assume that like a bitch would have a vendetta. No, I would suck RuPaul's dick in a minute. I love that man, woman, they, them so much.
I do too, and I really I need something to get leaked of him and his partner because his partner is fine.
They're a beautiful couple.
And I just need to know who's doing what.
They're probably both.
I would love to watch.
Well, listen,
I would like to see it.
They could both do Me Too. I remember like Ru came to the opening night of the Vegas show when I was in it, and we knew that Ru was gonna be there or whatever. But like I was just like getting makeup done, like being all ready and cute and caca in the dressing room, and suddenly this tall ass, fine ass, like super gorgeous man walks in. He's like, "Hey, oh," and I'm like,
"Have you done Vegas yet?"
Oh no, they have asked me a couple of times, and at that point, I was like, no.
Oh, you still don't want to do it?
I would do it. I just in that point in what was going on in my life, I was so busy still touring. I was like, I don't want to take out, because at that time they weren't giving girls a month. Now they'll let girls go for a month.
Yeah. In the beginning, it was
like 3 months.
Oh, 3?
Yeah, 3 months. At least that's what they were offering. 3 months stints.
Oh wow!
And I was like, girl, I can't pay a mortgage and pay whatever in Vegas.
Oh, they're not taking care of that housing.
No. Like they.
I don't know.
I honestly don't.
It might be.
I didn't look too much into it. I just was like, no.
Highkey.
I would do it now, because now they're more flexible with the time that you're there.
Yeah. I think it's like pretty cunt now that they'll have girls come in for like a month or like be a weekend girl or something.
Yeah.
It really was like a lot to be like, okay, sure, it's my reigning year, but I guess I'll just chop down 3 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy. 3 months is just crazy.
Because from the time that I was on Drag Race up until like maybe last year, I was like on the show and then maybe 2 years break, but still busy from the previous season.
Yeah.
And then another season. And then 2 years and then another season, and then 2 years. And so luckily for me, I've been very busy since I started Drag Race. There just hasn't been a time that I could devote 3 months.
So what's next for you? I mean, I know you have this wonderful podcast that you're doing with Chantel.
Yeah.
But like, what else have you feel like I still need to like accomplish? I mean, girl, you're like doing movies and going to Australia with Tubi. Like,
I was just telling, so drag parents, talking about drag parents, I was just talking to my drag father. His name's Bob Taylor. I still keep into contact with him. And not that I need advice from him, but he's almost like my real dad.
Yeah.
And because he's known me since I was 20.
Oh, wow.
And like that was 21 years ago.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him today, and I was telling him, like, you know, the drag booking, it's a hustle out there because there's so many of us. And you have to be a hustler if you want to still be working. If you still want to be making money, you can't wait for things to come to you. You have to create things. You have to go and get. And I was telling him, like, you know, if things started to slow down, which inevitably they will for everybody, I am 100% content with everything that I've accomplished. I've done way more than I ever thought as a little gay kid that I would have ever accomplished. I never thought I would do. Girl, I've traveled to every continent except for Antarctica, and I'm working on that.
Bitch, what's in Antarctica?
Girl, I don't know. I don't know. Pyramid, something.
You making like happy feet too.
Girl, exactly. Girl, ice. I want to step on the ice and be like, okay, every continent, okay. And I've traveled so many places. I've done so many things. I've done TV. I've done a movie. I've done everything that I ever thought possible. Is there more to do? Yes, of course. But if I didn't, I'm totally happy. I'm totally happy. And now, like with pageants and stuff, I would never do another pageant. Now I'm trying to help the next generation, like boost them up with podcasts and things. Cause you know, Drag Race isn't going to be around there forever either. Yeah. And so if we want to still keep drag on this level,
we gotta hustle.
We gotta hustle, and we have to create these new things
for sure.
And so that's what I'm doing now.
That's beautiful.
Is I'm trying to stay elevated and also elevate.
Yeah, y'all heard it here first, Trinity. If you're looking for a new mommy, she said, "Come up, crawl in her legs."
No, that's trade. Okay, that's the trade. That's the trade.
Yes.
The children, we don't do that initiation around here. Okay. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so we ask like a question on this pod to every guest.
Okay. Yes, Trinity, I want to know about anything in your life. It can be a person, place, thing, food, smell, taste, thought, something you're happy, mad, sad about. What are you high key about, though?
High key about?
Yeah, what's high key?
It's not low key, but it's high key.
It's high key.
I would say my friend circle. I think that you were talking about earlier that LA can be superficial.
Yeah.
And I think the only way to stay in this industry, in this city, the only way to stay grounded and not get a big head, not fall into drugs and alcohol and party is to have a small circle. And my small circle, I've known almost all of them for over 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And they definitely keep me grounded. They'll humble me real quick. Girl, Chantel, literally, we filmed a podcast yesterday. She said, well, girl, you getting fat. And so I was like, oh my God.
Girl, they're the reason why you stay on that surgery
table. That's what I'm saying. Call me SpongeBob, no shape. Okay. I was like, so I'm high key about my friend circle because I think
tight circle.
Yeah, a tight little round circle.
Oh, you're describing me.
Sis, I'm so glad we had you here.
Thank you for having me.
No, seriously, maybe we'll go on your podcast.
I would love that. Okay, we should definitely do that.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let me come stir some shit.
Oh, please.
You know they wait for this bitch to drag
girls. That's the reason why they'll never have another winter season.
It's because of my loud mouth. You heard it here first, kids.
Highkey.
Ryan, I want to know. Do you want to know my Highkey this week?
Thank you, because bitch, I'm still thinking. Yes, I would love to know your Highkey this week. Okay. What are you Highkey about?
Okay, so I can't say art anymore, and I can't be like music
or nature. You can't say nature either.
Or being no. I'll give y'all something real and tangible. Even though I have been painting and making music, composing, doing all sorts of shit. It's not about me.
That's why your fit is the fit right today. Like I'm like it just gives like ooh wee. I'm a composer.
I'm doing a lot here. Okay, but what I'm really, really high key about specifically is this band Crumb. It is I like I said before, I was gonna say the Marias because they've been heavy on my mind until last night's performance, and I was like, no, I'm giving it to the other band that's also heavy on my mind because I love the Marias, but I love Crumb, and it's just like this, like I don't know how to describe it other than it's like ambient, sexy, soft voice music. Mm-hmm. I've been playing it like during all of my painting, not during my music making. You can't be listening to other people's shit while you're trying to make your own shit.
That is true. I always wonder about that. Like, do you feel like you might end up copying some shit because of like you're inspired by it? Like, what's the?
Well, okay, that's one of my worst fears actually, because I've been working on one song specifically for a couple weeks now.
Yeah,
and every time I play it, I'm like, I love this. I'm worried. Is this somebody else's song? And then I turned on a car commercial a couple days ago, and it had like the same chord progressions in my song, and I was like.
You're like, uh-oh, this is about to get me sued.
No, there's only like a number of chords in the world. There's only 8 whatever notes in the world.
Yeah.
I'm fighting it. I'm taking it. I'm going to get litigious.
I know what I'm Highkey about now.
You do? Okay, good. Cause I really want to know what yours is.
Mine's kind of a little petty because I just went through it. I'm Highkey annoyed by bartenders who don't know how to make a tequila gimlet. Because here's the thing. I don't really know how to order a drink, but I know one thing, and shout out to my friend Michael who he kind of got me onto the tequila gimlet of it all. But when I order a tequila gimlet, which I just recently did, and the bartender asked me what's in it, I'm like, bitch, I don't know. A friend recommended it to me. So I need you to know. And so I end up being like, oh, it's just basically a skinny margarita. And then that's actually not it, which I guess it kind of is, but it's really not it. And I'm like, now I, one, didn't want to pay for this expensive ass drink anyway. And then 2, aren't you supposed to be the professional here? Especially depending on the establishment that we're in. Like, I just would assume that, girl, you have a Rolodex. That's it. A Rolodex of just like knowing everything of how to make shit. And yeah, I felt like I ended up drinking just like gross lime juice with a splash of tequila a couple days ago. And I was just like, you know what? Maybe this is my sign to do a dry 2026. Maybe I don't need a drink anyway, because I don't really like to drink anyway. It's like a social thing.
What's kind of funny is like, yeah, I'm actually still really heavy on my like, no thank you, only when I want, only how I want.
Oh yeah, you're still doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm still like drying it up. I know we're not in January anymore, but also I don't know. It's just like it's not as fun if there's no purpose behind it. However, I will say, Ray, bitch, what is a tequila gimlet?
Okay, work. Thank you so much. I actually just looked it up. Okay, so I guess it is sort of like a skinny margarita because it's just like lime juice and there's like some simple syrup. Now, the trick is though, a gimlet is supposed to be up. It's not supposed to be on ice. And I know the way that I know a bartender doesn't know how to make one is when they send it on ice, like it's literally like a Sprite. And I'm like, bitch, this is not a Coca-Cola. Like, dude, this, please, put my shit up in a nice, cute martini glass. And that's how I know I got a fancy establishment. You know what I mean?
Okay. In general, I also want to like support you in this because,
thank you,
bitch. Like, legit, I don't care like whether or not you should know thousands of drinks. It sounds like this drink was not cheap. And if I'm going to your establishment and you're being paid to make fancy drinks and I order something from you and you don't know what it is, lie to me.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather be gaslit into believing this is the drink because I will gaslight myself and be like, oh my God, you just ate. I won't even know what I ate. I like what I had. I'm just like, this is delicious. I've never had a better gimlet in my life. Either way, today was a really great episode. Shout out to Trinity for being on the show. I'm so happy we're getting all of these sort of interviews that we were able to do toward the last little bit of last year out into the world because they're just so good, and I hope you're enjoying them. Because, you know, I think we have one more, which I'm very, very excited about.
It's the spiciest. Y'all aren't ready for it.
It's crazy. We are going with 2 white queens at the beginning of Black History Month. We did not think that through.
Listen, girl, we are the Black Queens. We should have
Black Queens.
We should have just prepared and asked them a bunch of questions about Black History Month in November.
Well, we kind of did ask our next guest about her, like, intense relationship with RuPaul, and that might be a little bit of a tease. We have Willem on the show next week, so be very excited. Until next time, make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, and also, like, please leave us reviews wherever you listen to this on your audio, because we, of course, I'm just going to be transparent here. We try to get all our numbers up, you know, data, blah, blah, blah. You know, share with a friend, share with your cousin, share with your mama. Everybody should be listening to our voices. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And so, please, wherever you listen
to your background of your hookups.
Period. Play it in H&M. Like put it on the spin. You know what I mean? But we will see you all next week right here on Highkey. We love ya.
Yay Media Group.